All of you, you pick your side now because this is over.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and get ready to speculate wildly because we're shooting from the hip with our Schofield revolver. These are 10 Red Dead Redemption 3 rumors we hope are true. The legitimacy of these rumors goes up and down, but that's the fun with rumors. They require zero fact checking. My time to shine. Let's go. Before we continue, we publish content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified of our latest videos. That it's actually in development.
Going back to the voice acting and performance capture, a lot of the horse stuff was actually voice acting. I think it was about...
We have to start off our list with probably the most boring entry, but the most important. Without one rumor, none of the others can exist, and the rumor is that RDR3 is in development. At this point in time, March of 2025, we have had no official confirmation from anyone other than unverified whistleblowers that the game is actually in development. Nothing from Rockstar, nothing from Sony, nothing from Arthur, and nothing from John. Someone tell us something.
You're getting old. Old and kind of sad.
Jack Marston's story.
Is there anything you don't like shooting, Paul?
Well, I ain't met the thing yet, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know.
You can even put it in one of them books you read.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. The day John Marston stops shooting.
One of the great things about the Red Dead timeline so far is that we have an open ending with a great character in the form of John Marston's son, Jack. One of the most logical directions for Red Dead Redemption 3 would be continuing Jack Marston's story after the events of Red Dead Redemption. The last time players saw Jack, he had avenged his father's death, but what comes next? A game focused on Jack could delve into his inner conflict between revenge and redemption, set against the backdrop of a rapidly changing world. Or alternatively, we could take a look at what happened to Jack between John's death and when we saw an older Jack. We have years of open space, ripe for a fan-favorite character's return. (2029) release.
Now, say it like you mean it, mister. Hello?
Not funny.
This is the best case scenario. If Red Dead Redemption 3 is actually in development, when can we expect it? The hard truth, not anytime soon. Here's why. Rockstar is fully committed to GTA 6, which is set for release in 2025. Their games have notoriously long development cycles. RDR2 took 8 years after GTA 5. Based on that pattern, a realistic estimate for RDR3 would be somewhere between late 2029 and early 2032, especially if Rockstar focuses on next-gen hardware. 2029 is really pushing it, but that's what's fun about a rumor. We get to dream. I'm dreaming someone will buy me a PlayStation 6 and Red Dead Redemption 3 Electric Boogaloo Arthur Strikes Back, or whatever it's called.
Swim to the edge! Grab onto something!
Charles and Canada.
Nothing.
Well, Lenny's more into book learning than hunting. Bill's a fool. Unless those mountains are full of game that want to read, ain't no wonder they found
Enough of this. We'll go find something. Come on, Arthur.
Red Dead Redemption 3 will almost certainly expand on RDR2's map, and one intriguing way to do that would be by stretching the game north and pushing into Canada. I don't think this technically makes sense geographically, but neither does half of the biomes. How are we half an hour's walk from Mexico? Don't ask questions. If we do head north, the most fitting protagonist would be Charles Smith, the Van der Linde gang member who heads upwards at the end of RDR2. Alternatively, a Charles-focused RDR3 would work as a prequel as well. While RDR2 briefly touches on his backstory, there's still plenty left unexplored. And obviously that means eventually we would run into our fan-favorite characters from RDR2.
It's okay. You come out of there. You okay? You don't mean you no harm.
The map will be massive. Remember how massive RDR2 was compared to RDR1 and how it even included RDR1's map? Now imagine an RDR3 map that features both RDR1 and RDR2 combined. This is a tongue twister. Could this be Rockstar's most ambitious map yet? Of course, current consoles probably won't be able to render such a thing, as even RDR2 had to cut a large portion of its world during development, but we're looking to the PS6 for our dreams to come true. A new protagonist.
Yes. You okay to ride on my horse a little? I'll keep you safe.
Amongst all the speculation around where the RDR3 story will take place within the timeline, a wildcard theory suggests that Rockstar could introduce an entirely new protagonist, such as Mac Chandler, a Van der Linde gang member briefly mentioned in RDR2. While his story is only referenced in passing, a game centered on him could explore the gang's early outlaw days before they became infamous and the rugged, untamed West before civilization took hold. But of course, a unique standalone narrative separated from the Marston and Morgan sagas could also give Rockstar the freedom to craft a fresh storyline unburdened by the events of the previous games, while still staying true to the Red Dead universe. I think they should cast me, because I would really like to punch Micah Bell.
Two things. All he does is whine.
Excuse me?
Oh, don't get all angry. It ain't gonna change nothing. You're hopeless. And I mean that literally. You got no hope. I mean, look at you.
GTA 6 Connection.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
With RDR2 introducing Lemoyne, the Louisiana-inspired territory, and GTA 6 set in the Florida-based Leonida, the two series maps seem to be edging closer and closer to one another. Like awkward teenagers, not even aware they're setting themselves up for the greatest marriage of all time. Both GTA and Red Dead share core themes: crime, the evolution of lawlessness, and a critique of American culture. A future RDR3 could take this a step further, incorporating shared locations, weapons, and historical events that bridge the gap between the two worlds. That's right, you know what I'm talking about. The Rockstar Cinematic Universe, the RCU, baby. Obviously no one could actually meet, but I don't know, man, there's already aliens, Bigfoot, and ghosts. Who's to say Arthur isn't haunting Vice City? Landon Ricketts.
What a great way to improve border relations. An illiterate farmer crossing the river, coming into their civilization and butchering the local peasants?
Landon Ricketts was introduced in RDR1 as one of the greatest gunslingers the West had ever seen, with John even getting a little bit fangirly over their accidental meeting, and fans are so eager for him to lead RDR3 that they've already imagined a perfect storyline. One of RDR2's most intriguing hidden details comes from a newspaper article revealing that Ricketts fought in the infamous Blackwater Massacre, the very event spoken about in RDR2, shrouded in mystery, where Dutch shot and killed an innocent woman. While the Van der Linde gang avoids discussing what really happened, RDR3 could finally shed some light on it. A game centered on Landon could serve as an epic prequel, building up to the massacre and then continuing into an epilogue that bridges the gap between those events and his eventual meeting with John Marston in Mexico. Not only would this storyline stand on its own as a brilliant Western tale, but it would also give players a long-awaited objective look at what really went down in Blackwater.
You planted this guy, Ricketts.
Now, why would I do that? I've already beaten you. Now calm down and let's finish the game.
There's no more cards game.
Ease up there, friend.
Multiplayer fate or features. After the mixed reception of Red Dead Online, many predict that RDR3 will take a more refined approach to multiplayer, possibly introducing cooperative missions or a more immersive online experience. Realistically, what Rockstar would hope for is an online experience that rivals GTA Online, giving them two mammoths and making them bags and bags of cash. However, in a completely opposite world, some argue that Rockstar might scrap online entirely, choosing to instead put full focus into the RDR3 story and their GTA Online experiences. Either way, major changes to multiplayer are almost certain in RDR3, which actually feels like cheating when it comes to speculation. Something definitely will or won't happen, and you can quote me on that. The rise of Van der Linde.
Okay, ladies, let's get out of here.
Calm down, Mr. Morgan. That's quite a cough.
Dutch Van der Linde is one of the most compelling characters in the Red Dead series and gaming in general, and a game centered on his younger years could offer incredible insight into his rise and downfall. It could explore how he built his gang and shaped his ideology, an ideology that vibrates through the entirety of the RDR stories. We could also dive into his early relationships with Arthur Morgan and Hosea Matthews, and eventually reveal the events leading up to the Blackwater Massacre, the previously mentioned pivotal moment that comes right before the beginning of RDR2. This would give players a deeper understanding of Dutch's transformation from a charismatic leader to the paranoid broken man we eventually saw in RDR 2. Plus, the story already has the perfect climax, the massacre at Blackwater. And as a final touch, the game could let players step into Arthur's shoes for the prologue, completing the trilogy's protagonist switching arc in a powerful way. In RDR 1, John begins and Jack finishes. In RDR 2, Arthur begins and John finishes. In RDR 3, Dutch begins and Arthur finishes. The handball would be complete.
All of you, you pick your side now because this is over. All them years, Dutch. For this snake.
Oh, be quiet, cowpoke. Be quiet. You live in the clouds.
No, you be quiet, Mr. Bell, and put down your gun.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MojoPlays and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of our latest videos.